Phil Passett's going to present. He is from Tokuyama Dental America.
Ohayo gozaimasu. That is good morning in Japanese. So if you haven't gathered, Tokuyama is a Japanese company. And there's a lot of people who forget our name or can't pronounce it. Toku who? Toku what? Tokuyama, just like Yokohama. I normally ask a lot of people if they've heard of our company, and normally in a large room when I ask that, 2 or 3 hands go up. So I won't ask that, I'll just tell you who we are. Tokuyama celebrated our 100-year birthday on February 16th, and we're about a $3.5 billion company. So we are rather large in many other different divisions other than dentistry. So for those of you who have eyeglasses and go out into the sunlight and those eyeglasses change to sunglasses, that is our chemistry. Our chemistry is also in tires. Our chemistry is also in diapers. And in 2020, the Olympics is in Japan, and our chemistry is also in the construction material. So what we're going to be talking about today is our new bulk fill product. And before I go into this presentation, we are at booth 419, and I do have samples because a lot of people are going to say, well, Phil, this is all great stuff, but I need to try it. We do have samples that we will mail to you, provided you didn't request a sample yet, and I think they're about $40. And we also have a buy one, get one free as well, and the syringe is around $76. So what is so unique about our bulk fill? It's very strong, and it doesn't need a capping layer. That's probably the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to take about it. Fast and strong. So to kind of give you a high level, this is part education slide here. There are different types of bulk fills in the market. There's types that are multi-layer, types that are 2 layers, and types that are 1 layer. Multi-layers is traditional, 2 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 2 millimeter, then cure. The 2 layers is where you fill it all the way up, bulk fill, then you need a capping layer because the flowable is not as strong, and then there's the 1 layer, and that's ours. There are also paste-like bulk fills and flowable type bulk fills. This is really just a preference. Each one has their own unique advantages that they bring to the table. Ours is a flowable type bulk fill, so you have great cavity adaptation and great flowability. So this is my elevator pitched high-level slide. Bulk fill is defined as filling up more than 2 millimeters, so you can fill a restoration up to 4 millimeters with our product. It is very, very strong. So unlike some other competitors, we have about a 52% stronger megapascals, so excellent for posterior restorations. Our shade matching is superb. So if you have been to Dr. Christensen's course, he'll rave about us. Dental Advisor raves about us. A lot of people in the science community will rave about us because our composites blend in so well. Our technology's been around 25 years. Fast placement in curing time and great cavity adaptation because it is a flowable. So indications are for class 1 through class 5, but primarily for this bulk fill, you're going to use a class 1 and class 2, posterior, but it is indicated for anteriors as well. Clinical procedures, very, very simple. We don't have a closed bonding system, so use whatever bonding system you like, from a 5th generation to a universal. Just fill the restoration. You're going to cure it for 10 seconds, then shape and polish it. That's really it. Very fast and quick. So this is our secret sauce. These are the filler particles, and all of our filler particles in the composite are spherical in size. They're all uniformly round. Now this provides excellent dynamic shade range, excellent polishability, and excellent handling. And it is classified as a nanometer. 200 nanometer. We call them a super nano, a little bit larger than a nano, a little bit smaller than a microfill. Very, very beautiful. So kind of looking at some other competitors, they're all irregular shape size fillers. Ours are, again, the one all the way on the left, spherical, uniform size, circular. Everyone else is irregular size. And why does that matter? So The light diffusion in the spherical fillers provides excellent diffusion of light, and that's what provides what I call a miracle match. One shade blends throughout a wide shade of ranges. So what you're looking at here is one disc of cured composite, and we shine a laser pointer on that composite. Now you could see from the Estelite line how well it bursted out that laser pointer versus some of the other ones, which means if you try with a competitor using an A2 and a C shade or B shade, you're not going to get as good of a match because it's not as forgiving in hugging the light surrounding the dentin enamel as the spherical fillers are. So I talked about the miracle match. I talked about the shade range blendability. If you look at our A3 in the Estelite bulk fill, that provides the widest shade range. Obviously, the darker the purple, the better the match. The lighter the purple, the fairer the match. But this really decreases your armamentarium, and it's all about, again, shade forgiveness and technique forgiveness. Now, when you place our composite in, you're going to be like, wow, Phil, that's really translucent. It's translucent for a reason, because we're going to hit that 4 millimeter depth of cure. So when you cure it, it's going to turn opaque. So the gray line is the before polymerization, and then the purple line is after polymerization. So again, when you place it, it's going to be transparent. Cure it, it's going to turn opaque for full polymerization. Spherical fillers versus irregular shape size fillers. My left hand, I've got a bowling ball. My right hand, I've got a rock. Now, if I took a cloth and I polished up the bowling ball, it would be really fast because it's circular. The boulder, I got to go onto all the nooks and crannies, use a Q-tip, kind of get that more fine-tuned to get that all shiny. The reason why we're on the top is our spherical fillers polish very fast, very quick, less time. Also, polish retention. Because of the spherical filler particles, they don't abrade against each other and they have less pluckability versus the competitor. And you can see where the competitor is starting to pluck out on this side. You can notice the boulders that are plucking out, and that's going to affect your long-term polish retention. So this is just, again, to take a look at how the blendability looks. Ours is highlighted in the dotted pink. Compressive strength. Again, I mentioned this is primarily going to be used in the posterior, class 1, class 2. Our compressive strength is about 396 megapascals, so very, very strong, which is why you don't need a capping layer for our product. Also, the wear abrasion. So if this stage was, in the left side was full of balls, and the right side again was full of boulders. If I were to slide my body over the balls, it'd be very nice and gentle. On the right side, if I were to slide my body over the boulders, I'd probably get a little cut up. This is the reason why our composite wears less, and the opposing tooth is very gentle to that as well. So it's all about speed with a bulk fill. Ours is on the left side, one layer versus some of the other competitors which need multiple layers, and our cure time is 10 seconds. So that's what makes our product so unique compared to everyone else, and it's very strong. Full polymerization, I mentioned when you place it, it's a little translucent. When you cure it, it turns very opaque. This is to ensure full polymerization from the bottom all the way to the top. And again, because they're circular, there's less shrinkage stress. So when you cure it and it compacts from shrinkage, the balls have more forgiveness and more gentle than the boulders of rocks. So it provides less shrinkage stress. How much less shrinkage stress? 2.1%. So it is very, very low. Excellent cavity adaptation. On the left side is the bulk fill. Because it is a flowable, it goes into all the nooks and crannies. Here's your dentin, here's your composite, and fills in all those voids. And you can take a look at how it is versus some of the other competitors. So to kind of sum it up, 4 millimeters depth of cure, no capping layer needed, excellent compressive strength, 52%, fantastic miracle match. The shade match is very forgiving, excellent polishability, excellent polish retention, goes on translucent, cures opaque, curing times 10 seconds, and excellent cavity adaptation. So again, I am at booth 419. We have about a $40 sample that we'll give you. If you haven't requested a sample, we'll mail it to you so you don't have to take that away with you. And I also have a buy one, get one free, and getting a syringe is around $76. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.